All right, hello. Welcome back to another episode of We're Not on Drugs, We Promise. And I know I've had ideas for this podcast several times, and I know you guys that are still on the edge and that are still listening probably yelling at me right now. Why do you keep switching co-hosts? That's because I can't keep a stable co-host to save my life. But hopefully that will all change because I got three new co-hosts. Yes, three. That way, if two leave, I can have one. But anyways, hopefully these three would be stable. We got two here tonight. The third one could not make it, but he's a lovely dude, lovely person. I'll let him introduce himself the next time he's here. But his name is Cads, lovely guy. But the two that are here tonight, I'm going to let introduce themselves one at a time, obviously, and then we'll get into the meat of the potatoes of this episode. But first off, friggin' Andy, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Andy. Yeah.
Anything you want to talk about yourself for a little?
I have 6 cats.
Okay. Um. Well.
Only 6
Anyways.
cats?
I love cats.
Anyways.
Cats. Sorry.
Anyways. Moving on. The person you just heard is
Hi.
Mooncast. Do
just
you
call
want to
me Moon.
introduce yourself? Moon, do you
Yeah,
want to
hi,
introduce
my name is
yourself?
Moon. Yeah, my name's Moon. I'm 20 years old. I live in the Midwest. And Sunny here has been my DM for what, about a year now? Year and a half?
Yeah.
I'm getting no sleep. I'm getting no.
Yeah. And
So what are we gonna
you
be
might
talking about today?
anyways, audience, you might recognize some of these people. Well, not some, all of these people from my other podcast, The Adventures Journal, my D&D podcast, in case you didn't know that I had a D&D podcast. But if you are one of the few people that listen to the D&D podcast, you will know these people. If you do not listen to the D&D podcast, I have a D&D podcast. Go check it out. It's called The Adventures Journal. Pretty neat. But anyways, okay, so let me get into things. Moon, I know Andy has, but Andy knows what we're about to talk about. But Mooncast, do you watch TikTok? Do you watch?
No, I usually tend to stay more on Instagram and YouTube. I just don't really care for TikTok.
Okay, so she should know.
Okay. But anyways, Moon, have you been on TikTok at least in 2020?
No. Look, dude, so before I turned 18, so before I graduated high school, we were all on a family plan, and that meant, it still means for my younger siblings, that unless a parent approves any sort of in-app purchase or any sort of app download, we aren't allowed to have it.
Well,
there's a time limit and everything.
Shit. Okay. Well, I didn't know that much. Well, anyways, do you know who Only JS is?
I do, yes.
All right. Well, we're going to be referring to her as Bella, because I want to talk about the Only JS and Maddie controversy.
I have heard some of the controversy, but I haven't heard all of it, frankly, because it's just not really my lane.
Well, anyways, real quick before we let anything go, I would like to thank Delilah Morgan on YouTube, TikTok, whatever you watch her on, and I'm guessing mostly on YouTube. If you know who Delilah Morgan is, you know who Delilah Morgan is. But I would like to thank Delilah Morgan for half of the shit I'm about to bring up on the evidence side. But anyways, Andy, you want You want to talk about something before we start? What do you want to talk about?
Adventures Journal, we have different names.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, mine's Eleanor.
And I am... Shit, am I Namira or am I Arista over there right now?
Arista. You're Arista.
Too many D&D characters to keep track of. And I only have
well,
3.
Well, I was going to say, before Arista, you were Drift.
Yeah, and then I was Namira for a one-shot.
I'm getting.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm getting.
Anyways, yeah, let's talk about this controversy. First
You guys are
off,
gonna have to catch me all up.
okay, let's catch Moon up on this controversy. So it all started back in like 2020, 2021 actually, like 2021, 2023. And so only JS was in a relationship with Bella. Yeah, sorry. Bella, only JS, but yeah, Bella was in a relationship with Maddie. And
I didn't know that.
yeah. And Maddie was in a was roommates with this guy named Nick. I don't want to say his full name because he disgusts me. But anyways, we're going to call him Nick. But anyways, Nick was roommates with Maddie. And Matt and Nick would bring over children, minors, to their apartment, force feed them alcohol, and grape them.
That's
And
fucking nasty. What the fuck?
yeah, but
Yeah.
anyways,
Gross.
one of these victims, her name is Noor. Noor, there is various videos with Maddie, who was 20 at the time, and Noor, who was 17 at the time. There's various videos of Maddie kissing Noor on TikTok.
And that's not enough evidence to put Maddie in jail?
You would be shocked.
Yeah, you would be shocked.
Considering our president, I'm not.
Anyways, Maddie was cheating on Bella during this whole thing. Anyways, also during this time, during this time, after like Noor and shit, what happened was, Maddie, while Bella and Maddie were in a relationship, they met this girl named, Andy, please help me with the name. Amara, thank you. Anyways, Bella and Maddie met Amara. Amara, 16. They met Amara supposedly at a music festival. There's a lot of things that are going between they were there, they weren't there type shit. But Amara and Maddie, just friends. Keep this in mind. Now, Amara was born February 20th, 2005. Keep that in mind. But anyways, Amara, years later, in around, I want to say 2023. In 2023, February 20th of 2023, Maddie breaks up with Bella, and then Maddie and Amara start dating as soon as Amara turns 18.
Oh yeah, that's totally not suspicious of anything. I hope you can hear the sarcasm in my voice for those of you listening to this later once it's actually up.
Oh yeah, they probably can. But anyways, the way Maddie, Bella. So Bella shows this as evidence in one of her later videos, where there's a picture of Amara in Maddie's hoodie a month after Amara's 18th birthday.
That is not a lot of wait time.
Yeah, but again, it was just a hoodie, so it could just be like, "Hey, I'm cold. Can I borrow your hoodie?" But you never know.
True.
Yeah,
It-
I'm just stating facts.
But,
So you
like,
can always have like hidden intentions.
but anyways, so freaking in 2023, only JS posts a video where only JS Bella posts a video on her account.
Today is the 4-month anniversary of this shitty fucking roller coaster I've been on of being broken up with and not being told why. In that time, I eventually did learn the truth. I got cheated on. But because I'm me and my ex is my ex, the response so far has been, I don't believe you, which honestly, valid. I didn't believe it myself. It took a very long time for me to understand that this actually happened. But in the time of getting broken up with and learning why I got broken up with, they posted a lot of very cryptic videos where they admit it before they ever admitted it, you know? And people started pointing that out after I posted my video, and they deleted them. But I saved them, along with a few other videos from our relationship, which, looking back now, are ironic as fuck.
But then, friggin' a couple years after, Bella posts a video talking about not only this controversy, but a lot of other controversy Bella's been in before in the past.
Let's rapid fire all the lies that get spread about me. Aren't you racist? No. I did say slurs as a teenager, though, which was racist and homophobic and probably a bunch of other things. But you know what? A lot can change about a person in 11 years. Didn't you cheat on your ex-girlfriend? No. I got cheated on with a minor, and y'all still support them. Well, don't you have a domestic violence charge and a restraining order on you? No. We went to court, and I won because it was bullshit. She lied for TMZ money. And then when I started dating somebody new, she came to my door with a 9-page letter begging for me back. Well, don't you support kill all men? No, what the fuck? Well, you hate all men. I hate abusive men, and good men know the difference. You're a Satanist. I mean, I read the Satan commandments, and they seem pretty fine to me, man. It makes more sense than the Christian shit, so sure. You copy all your content. I make fun fact content. I read facts online, and then I put them in video form. I have always said that I'm learning things from other places like college, or like WikiHow, or Reddit, or just other YouTube videos, and I'll compile it to a 60-second thing. Well, you're just annoying, and I fucking hate you. Okay, I am annoying, and I hate myself.
But the only thing that frickin' is iffy on this is because TMZ posted an article on Bella's most recent relationship and breakup because there was a lot of shit there. And, like, friggin' apparently Bella friggin' stalked her and showed up to her house after they broke up and everything.
It kind of sounds like they're both a little toxic, at the very least.
Oh yeah, they both are. I'm not gonna deny that much. But, friggin', so, anyways, Bella's most recent relationship did an article with TMZ and shit, and then they were supposed to go to court. Bella's most recent ex that she was supposed to go to court with, Bella showed up to court. Their ex, on the other hand, didn't show up. So keep that in mind. And because they didn't show up, it's an automatic win for win on the court case for Bella. Yeah. But freaking during like all this evidence freaking is being spewed out, there's Bella goes on TikTok and is like asks people like, hey, if there's anything that Maddie has ever done, you can DM me, whatever. And there's a lot of DMs that were, you could clearly tell that were like
Faked.
made up, to be honest. Yeah, faked, you know.
Gotcha.
But there was this one. I nobody knows her name, and that's good. But there's this girl at the time. She was 14, and Maddie was texting them, and there's like this one DM, like they go, like friggin'
Okay.
they're having a regular conversation, and then this girl's like, hey, by the way, like Maddie's like, hey, by the way, how old are you, right? And then this girl's like,
This is the one that makes my stomach turn. Okay, so after a Zoom call with some fangirls that Maddie did address, we'll get to that, but they were in a big Zoom call, and Maddie reaches out to this one girl privately. I can't see what they were talking about before, but it goes, that's so motherfucking cute. Oh my god, stop smiling. I'm nice to you, but I'm not that nice to you. Stop blushing and get your head in the game, loser. Ayo, laugh my ass off. Your expressions are priceless. Get the fuck out. I'm so funny. You're hilarious. Tee-hee. Michael Jackson. Wait, dude, how old are you? This is the first green flag that we get from Maddie Westbrook so far. Yes. 18. Dude, are you not? No. 16? Y'all, this girl is almost 15. I don't know if you can do math, but that means 14 years old. Said, shut the fuck up. Haha, you're a child. You are a child. Oh my god, holy Christ, no way. Okay, I just turned my camera for dramatic effect. So they're texting while they're on this like group call right now. Said, I take 18 as a compliment. I look younger. How the fuck do you think 18? Like, where did you get that from? Said, well, you're in a Zoom call with the average age of probably 20, so I got it from that. Well, yeah, a child? I'm adopting you? Merry Christmas. Oh my god, thank you. Of course, did you do your homework? Am I parenting right? Merry Christmas. Oh my god, thank you. Of course, did you do your homework? Am I parenting right? Yes, but I don't know. I'm probably gonna fuck you up. You're gonna have daddy issues. Uh-oh. Damn, okay.
That's not creepy at all.
Like,
Yeah.
most
I know.
thing to say to a 14-year-old.
the 14-year-old after that text, the 14-year-old is like, damn, okay. That's literally the next text.
If granted, nothing like that has ever happened to me, but if it were to happen to me, I'd be like, no, blocked and reported, motherfucker.
Real quick,
Yeah.
can we acknowledge the fact that the 14-year-old sounds like okay with this happening?
Yeah, they kind of do. Like when you're reading the text, they kind of do sound like they're like all right
Is
with
there a
this,
place to read all these texts?
But then again,
yeah,
again.
Gotcha. Thanks.
but anyways, it is two videos because she did a two-part thing. But
Gotcha.
anyways, again, getting into more on this, friggin'. Oh god, this there's another text message from a completely different child, and we know they're a child, and I forget how old they were, but they were like, hold on, yeah, they were 17. I just remembered they were 17. One sec. They were 17, and they're talking to them, and give me 1 second.
See, and with that one 14-year-old that was talking with Maddie, some people want stuff to happen to them. I'm not sure how accurate that is, but that, like, I forget where I heard it from too, but that is what some people want, I guess.
But anyways, like I was saying, this 17-year-old, right? There's a text where like Maddie's like, "Hey, you free to hop on a Zoom call or whatever?" And then the 17-year-old's like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." Right? And then the 17-year-old's like, "Just so you know, I'm 17. How old are you?" Right? And then Maddie responds with, "It doesn't matter. I'm not too old. I'm not that much older than you. Let's hop on," right? And friggin', first off, red flag, obviously. Second off, they were 20.
Sounds like a daddy thing to say.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
And like it's just weird. And then like friggin' what happens there is like how do I say this? Friggin' what happens there is later on, right? Only Bella, she posts some videos showing some evidence that she has, and and then she's like, I wish I could show you more, but I don't have my old phone. I wish I had my old phone so I could show you more and like post more evidence. And like Maddie comes out with a response video. First off, it's like there's a comment where Maddie's like I she says something about she's not going to make a video about all these false accusations on them, and then they make a video. Surprise, surprise, right? And then
Oh, the
in the video,
irony.
yeah, in the video, they go they mention the 17-year-old thing where like the 17-year-old asks the age and like hop on Zoom and everything. They mention it, but they don't completely explain, because they don't explain it. They just mention it and move on. But they say during that time, that was like back in 2020, by the way. And like they say during that time, they were hopping on Zoom calls to play Among Us.
Well, I want to start this off by saying that I never wanted to give any attention to the blatant lies that are being told about me right now. But I really cannot stay quiet any longer about the serious accusations that are being made against me. Thank you so much to absolutely everybody who waited for my response before coming to any conclusions about these accusations. The only reason I did not speak out about this issue sooner is because Bella, only Jay's, is someone who in the past has physically showed up to the place that I live and has previously threatened my physical safety. So yes, in 2021, I was in a toxic relationship with somebody that I did not know how to communicate with. So while I was at an extremely low point in my life in November of 2022, I kissed somebody else. But it was not the person from this screenshot, it was not Amara, and it was absolutely not anyone underage. I did eventually end up telling Bella what happened, when it happened, and who it was with. However, the lies that this person is currently spreading about me and my character are absolutely disgusting. They said that in this screenshot, I was 21 having a relationship with somebody who was 17. Me and the person in this screenshot have never had a physically intimate relationship before or after she turned 18. In fact, since nothing happened between us, I thought we were on good terms, considering she reached out to me in 2023 just to check in and see how I was doing. I have reached out to her to let her know that it did sting that she would instigate complete lies about me on the internet, but she never responded. Bella also claimed that in this screenshot, I was 21, providing alcohol to underage people. I was not 21 in this screenshot, I was 20. This is me at 20, this is me at 21. I also have no idea why Bella is lying that I met Amara when she was 15 years old. This never happened. I also never cheated on Bella with Amara, especially not when she was 17. The proof that they have is from a screenshot of me in a red hoodie from December of 2022 and a screenshot of Amara in her own red hoodie from March of 2023, which is over a month after Bella and I went complete no contact and when Amara was already 18. This was also not my hoodie. We both owned the same Brandy Melville hoodie. And since I feel the need to clarify, Amara and I started dating on August 6th, 2023, and we hard launched on April 12th, 2024. Amara and I are also both very confused why people would try and tell us when we started dating. Now to address the text screenshots. In 2020, I would get on Zooms and FaceTime to play Among Us. I am well aware that Bella has screenshots of text conversations that I had with people in 2020 that I met through these Zooms. But I've never had an intimate conversation with anybody that I met on these calls, especially anyone underage. And I have proof that somebody who screen recorded a conversation we had in 2020 told Bella that we stopped talking once I found out how old they were. These lies are some of the most disgusting things you can say about someone. In my entire life, I have never been physically intimate or tried to be with absolutely anybody underage. The person trying to spread lies about me right now is not a trustworthy or credible person. This is somebody who has lied in the past and will continue to lie. And I know that from witnessing very personal experiences with them. To anyone who has been in a situation with an abusive ex-partner, you can understand how hard it is to speak up when you feel like your physical safety is in danger. I strongly urge anyone in a similar situation to reach out and get help. You are not alone. And I cannot express enough how grateful I am to the people who have stuck by me and stuck by my truth during this time. I also can't speak any further on this specific situation because my legal team has gotten involved. Thank you.
I'm
Mothers
we
with
know
a
how
mind.
old it is.
Yeah. Anyways, eventually, after some back and forth, Bella makes a video on YouTube. It's like a 40-minute full ass long ass video about it. And like there's a lot of information I don't really want to get into, but there's a lot of information Bella points out and everything. And then Maddie makes a response video. Also, coincidentally, in the response video, there's a ukulele hanging on the wall in the background.
It's like, oh, this had ukulele apology videos.
Yeah, no, that's just a coincidence. Friggin'. But anyways, in the response video, they start on like, oh, I want to take this video to completely talk about everything and like talk about some shit. And like then in the response video, which is posted on TikTok, not YouTube, by the way, it's like 3 minutes, and like there's a section where they're like talking about certain things, and they're like, yeah, I made multiple videos with Nora back when she was 17. I probably shouldn't have, but I did, and I want to apologize for that. And like friggin', and like she mentions the text messages and everything, and then in the text messages she mentions it wasn't related to Among Us at all, but like she mentions what it was actually like related to, but it was nothing weird to say the least. But give me 1 second. Yes, you could say something, Andy.
Okay, this just came to mind, but I just remembered that Amara is younger than Maddie, and Amara is still taller than Maddie. And I just thought that was funny.
Oh,
Yeah, that's...
Amara is 3 years younger than Maddie.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. But Amara mentioned something about, oh, they never dated when they were young, and they only dated when Amara said that they only dated when she was 18.
Sure, buddy, sure.
Yeah. Friggin' when Only JS made their video on YouTube, Bella frickin' said in her video on YouTube that she believes Amara and the way she said it was, I believe women. The fuck?
Didn't, and that's just embarrassing. Now, okay, with Amara. Amara has said that she was 18, and you know what? I believe women. If Amara says that she was 18, then Amara was 18. I'm not going to rewrite her experience, but I think the context matters because it exists.
Because Maddie doesn't really know what her pronouns are, so yeah. That's why she said what she said.
Yeah. That's why I'm referring to, but they both go by they, them. Like, Bella goes by she, they, that, like, she, her, they, them. And, Maddie goes by they, them. And so I'm referring to Maddie as they and Bella as she. But anyways, friggin' Maddie, friggin' lately, last month, by the way, when Delilah Morgan posts her two-parter videos on the 16th and 17th of last month, Maddie, all of a sudden, is off of social media.
Perhaps. Hey everyone, I just wanted to come on here and do a little update because for the first time in 7 years, I deleted all of my social media. Yeah, so Snapchat is going to be my main, source of content, and I just don't think other platforms are good for me right now.
Deletes all social media apps on their phone besides for Snapchat.
Yeah, that's totally not suspicious at all.
Totally.
Exactly.
That's literally, so they deleted them, but we can all still see what they posted. So, like,
Oh,
they
yeah.
did nothing to help them out. They just deleted themselves from reading all the comments and shit.
Yeah, exactly. And like what they did before they hopped off of social media was friggin' to like distance themselves from their old roommate, Nick. Nick, friggin' everything came out with him. Like he's obviously a PDF file. But
Evil.
anyways, yeah. Friggin' Maddie was like before Maddie had any of this on them, they friggin' was like, I don't want to be involved with all this stuff. So like they Nick deletes his social medias, like full on deletes them. You can no longer watch his TikTok videos and whatever he was on, you can no longer view it. He deletes all of his social medias, and Maddie goes on to delete every single video with Nick in it.
Why is the pedophile, smarter than the fucking influencer?
I don't know.
Only one allowed to have the brain cell.
Only one of them, and it's definitely not the influencer that has more brain cells than the pedophile.
It's not them.
Yeah.
Neither of them are alive.
Oh, I know.
That no.
Well,
Sorry.
Anyways, I've mentioned all I wanted to mention. I've said my piece. If you guys have any comments on this, feel free. I've said my piece. I know where I stand. I know what my thoughts are. Where do you have any thoughts?
I don't think I know enough about the situation to have as much of an opinion, but I still think that Maddie and what the other fucking guy were both in
Bella.
the wrong.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Nick. Sorry. Yeah. And also like Bella and Andy, you have any thoughts?
I feel like everyone is in the wrong here, cause like no one's doing it to help their situation. Nick deleted everything. That makes him more suspicious for the people that don't know. Maddie deleted everything but Snapchat, so people can still contact him and slide into his DMs. And Bella is just over here like causing more trauma, chaos.
Yeah. And like friggin' if I had to choose a side, I would go with Bella if I had to. But
because things are bad, but she did not wait for a child to grow up to an 18-year-old just to get with them and then call them wifey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's gross.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking stalkerish.
Oh, I do want to say, Nor, the 17-year-old in the videos that Maddie was clearly kissing, Nor even kissed Maddie's fucking neck in the videos. But anyways, Nor made a video on her TikTok talking about this shit. And it was a lot of it was a quick video, and they were saying that because one of the evidence Maddie had in their video before Bella's YouTube video, one of the evidence Maddie had was like, look, Nor texted me in 2023 to check up on me. Obviously, everything's okay. Nor in their video was like clearly like, I got an email. Here's the email, by the way, and pulled it up on screen and left it there for you enough where you could pause it, read it, long enough to where you could do that. And I didn't want to read that shit, but it was clearly a email from a detective, and talking about the case and shit. And Nor only contacted Maddie in 2023 to make sure that Maddie's number is still the same.
Okay,
because
that was
yeah.
clever of her to do that.
Yeah.
I like clever people, but not the one who uses cleverness for the wrong reason. of course.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Nor there was Nor did this with a few different people because there's a few numbers that she had to give to the detective. Eventually, the case was dropped.
There's a very serious situation that I've been meaning to address, and I just needed to gather myself and all my stuff so that I could lay it out. This is about Maddie, and so I'm just going to kind of start from the top and give you guys my whole side of things. The text messages to only JS saying that I wanted to be involved was because I had to file a police report against Maddie's roommate Nick back in 2021, and Maddie was no help to that case at all. I had sent some text messages to Maddie back in February of 2023, just kind of making small talk, and I'll tell you why. This email was sent to me January 18th, 2023, and I cropped out the bottom because it contained the officer's contact information, but you can pause through this. With that being said, the assault case that I had filed against Maddie's roommate Nick back in 2021 was passed to a new detective, which means I had to give them a lot of new information. And the reason that I had sent those text messages is because I needed to see if that was still Maddie's phone number. Maddie wasn't the only person whose phone number I had to give over to the detective, so there was more phone numbers other than Maddie, but from what I know, there was no cooperation from anybody else involved, hence why the case is no longer active. I just want to say that I am not accusing Maddie Westbrook of any type of crime or assault, but I do think it is very, very weird as a 20-year-old to be hanging out with 17-year-olds and minors. Mind you, also providing alcohol and an apartment for said minors to drink in. Maddie also continued to stand behind their old roommate after multiple people had come out about them getting assaulted by him. So I just wanted to say that my experience with Maddie when I was 17 years old was very inappropriate and very weird behavior coming from somebody who was 20 years old. And no matter what, 17 and 20 is not right, even if it is a 3-year age gap, even if the person is just about to turn 18, it doesn't matter. That is still a minor and an adult, and the adult always, always, always knows better in those situations, so you cannot blame the minor. Just so you guys know as well, the age of consent in California is 18 years old, so a 17-year-old cannot consent to anything. The age to buy alcohol is 21. Maddie's old roommate was the one to buy the alcohol. With that being said, I am not a victim of a crime with Maddie, but definitely some very, very weird behavior. And that is all I'm going to say on this topic.
And, but,
Do you know the reason why?
we just over time it got dropped because I guess not enough evidence or some shit. I don't know. We don't really know the full reason. No, we do not. But we do know that in Bella's YouTube video, by the way, Bella, in the video Maddie made before Maddie's response video to Bella's YouTube video, Bella said back when they were dating that there was a bit where they were at a music festival and Maddie was high on, can't say it because it I guess I can edit it out. Fun. But anyway, Maddie pulls Bella into a bathroom, and goes, "Hey, I'll tell you some shit, and then I'm gonna kill myself."
There is no evidence because it's not true, and I'm not going to feed into the lies so they can continue spreading more lies about me. Hey, how old was this girl? Remember when you posted this while we were dating because you didn't want people to know about me? You were like 21. How old was she? You're not going to say it, so I will. She was 17. If anybody remembers the Nicholas Ray drama, their roommate, he did it. Everybody likes to say that she lied, but she didn't. She was telling the truth. He would bring over teenage girls to their apartment and they would get them drunk. And you stayed friends with him up until the point that she went public about it. And then suddenly, oh no, I don't want to get canceled either. I gotta cut him off. I gotta unfollow. I gotta delete all these videos with him. But you stayed friends with him. You drove him to the airport. Big emotional hug and cry goodbye because you were going to miss your best friend that did this to minors. Because you did it too. I posted a bunch of evidence when all this happened. I wish I had my old phone to continue just posting more, but I got some. Hey, that's a cool jacket. But why are you giving it to this teenage girl that we met together just a few days after staying at my house? I got no ill feelings towards this girl, okay? I saw her once at a party a few months ago and she was mad dogging me, but I was just like, girl, I think you're a victim. I don't think that I'm a victim because I was a grown adult and I should have seen these signs and walked away, but live and learn. But Maddie, have you learned your lesson yet? Do you remember the night you told me you cheated on me? At the Streamy Awards, you were high on ketamine. You pulled me into the bathroom. You're like, I'm going to tell you something, but then I'm going to kill myself. Because that's manipulative as hell. You still in the K-hole? You still drinking? I hope you're doing better, but I really think that you should admit this, at least to yourself, so we can all heal. Jay, as this happened so long ago, why are you still talking about it? Because people think I cheated. People think that I cheated with minors. And I'm not going to put up with that shit. Because it's not me. It's you. Just to say this, one more time. This should not be normalized, okay? Look at all the things that are happening and the things that we're learning about the world right now. We should not be normalizing adults talking to minors in this capacity, in any capacity like this, being physical with minors, providing alcohol for minors, cheating on people with minors. We shouldn't be defending this, okay? And the only response they have is to say that I'm crazy, that I'm a liar, that I freaked out on them and I made them feel unsafe. Maddie, you made me feel unsafe. You made me question everything that there is about like relationships and people. You told me that you were going to kill yourself the night you told me you cheated on me with Olivia Ponton. Do you remember that? You were on ketamine, dude. You got onto a bus. You said, I'm going to kill myself now, and then just ran and got on a random LA Metro bus. I'm sorry, YouTube, that I didn't record any of this for documentation to keep proof.
Anyways, friggin' the ketamine suicide shit is like really fun. I can edit it out, bleep it out, whatever. The word ketamine, because I can't really say that shit on social media. But anyways, that's a whole bag of potatoes that freaking Bella dropped. But Bella also said in their video, like, hey, I won a court case against one of my other exes, my most recent ex, referring to the TMZ shit. They're like, hey, I won a court case with them, and I hope your legal team gets involved. I would love to add another X on that tally. Because Maddie, in the video Maddie made before Bella's video, they said something about their legal team getting involved. Also, before Maddie drops their response video, Maddie freaking sends Bella a freaking...
Why does the cease and desist have typos? We are aware that you have been making egregiously harmful defamatory statements. So it might be egregious, yeah, it is outstandingly bad, shocking, and the opposite of remarkably good. It most certainly is harmful. Defamatory though, damaging the good reputation of somebody, like, okay, yeah, I can see that, but I didn't do it. Slanderous or libelous, what's that? False or malicious though, I don't know, because that burden of proof would fall onto you. And so far, I am wondering why a 14-year-old would have a 20-year-old's number reading through the text. It's like, why is this flirty? Why do you continue to talk to them? Why did you decide to be like a parent figure? Why would you post yourself at 20, not 21, 20 years old, being physical with a 17-year-old and then lie about it today? Why is there more? I'm not asking anybody to pick sides or teams. This isn't a game. I've had these girls just reach out to me with so much weird proof, and they didn't want to come out with this on their own. This person has such a huge platform. I don't care. I can handle it. But I've been seeing it, and it's so weird. So like, stop that. I just wanted them heard. I just wanted these girls in this story heard because it linked up to a lot of what I've already seen and known throughout the years, while listening to everybody else talk about the exact opposite for some reason. I didn't cheat on nobody. I didn't do this. I said horrible things. I shouldn't have this platform, but I do, and I intend on using it the right way. This feels like the right way, so I don't care if they make another video before we go to court. I've said what I've had to say. Why is it that we cancel people for what they said as teenagers, but not like try to hold accountable the people that are getting with teenagers? Last question for you. Can we answer any of these questions without doing a deny attack, reverse victims and offenders? Yeah. Also TikTok, I would love for the appeals to finally go through because it's been days.
what is it? It's a legal document. I can't remember the name of it, but it was clearly fake because Bella showed it on screen and like there was a lot of typos in that shit. Yeah, I think it was a restraining order. Yeah.
I had a feeling it was a restraining order because that kind of makes sense since they kind of stalkerish. So
Yeah.
And like friggin' Bella even said in their YouTube video, like after they broke up, that they were in a depression and they sent a bunch of texts to Maddie, which Maddie showed in their video previous to Bella's YouTube video, where and it was just a bunch of stuff about like going over to like about like killing themselves, maybe going over to Maddie's place, like friggin' they mentioned Coachella, right? And like before the Coachella thing, there's like a text where it's like eat a dick and die.
oh,
Hey,
okay.
that's Bella sending that's Bella sending that shit, right? And like they use that a lot of social media love to use that as like, look, here's some evidence on friggin' Bella threatened Maddie. And it's like, no, can't take that seriously because eat a dick and die is the equivalent of saying go to hell. Doesn't really mean it. Doesn't mean shit.
It really doesn't because 2026 is now so far in social media. Any insult is now taken as a compliment.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Clinker.
What?
Except for Clinker.
Yeah, true. But anyways, after the eat a dick and die, they mention like, I hope you don't show up at Coachella. And if I see you there, you better run. And then they go on to like freaking say shit like, oh, you're good at running. Shit like that.
I mean, sure, people are really good at running, so I'm sorry, I had to put that in.
Oh, yeah, exactly. But anyways, like freaking, you could see that as a threat, to be honest, for starters. And second of all, in Bella's video, they said they tried to whitewash it by saying that they both had Coachella tickets, they were going to go together, and then they broke up, right? And then, like, friggin' I hope I don't see you at Coachella thing was because if she did, they were going to go up to them and talk to them about a lot of shit. And like, clearly that's not what you meant, Bella. Don't lie to us. Period. It's kind of hilarious.
Actually, Beth should be listening to this in the fucking car, like on the way to some shit, and she's gonna be like, "Nuh-uh, Maddie." Like,
Yeah.
like you never fucking know. This could be like 2035, and people could be listening to this.
Yeah, like to be honest, Bella seems to have a track record of listening to a lot of the stuff about the controversy. So most likely Bella's gonna be in the car listening to this shit. I would be surprised if Maddie, I would be surprised if any of them listened to it, but I would be even more surprised if Maddie listened to this.
I'd be surprised if even Mr. Beast listened to this.
Damn. Oh, I have some words for both Maddie and Bella if you're listening. I doubt that you're listening, but like still.
You never know. Like, why not?
You never know what people are doing.
Yeah, but like Bella, if you're listening to this, please, like Delilah said, if you watch Delilah's videos and then you listen to this, like Delilah said, freaking explain more on a lot of shit. There's a lot of shit you still need to explain some more shit on. Like, I mean, there's a lot of shit that Maddie mentioned that still have yet to address. There's also a lot of shit that you mentioned that Maddie still has yet to address. You seem to avoid each other's comments like the plague.
Also, if Maddie is listening to this, stop being a fucking pedophile and grow your ass up. Sorry,
Yeah.
I had to get that out.
I mean, if Maddie's listening to this, like, yeah, like, it's a smart idea. Like, don't be a fucking PDF file anymore. Like, grow up. And also, like, while you're at it, get back on social media. Stop being a fucking pussy. Get
For real. Just because you happen does not mean you get to be one, okay? Whoa.
Yeah. I'm like, freaking Noir was smart on this, and like a lot of shit going on. And I mean, friggin', if I had to choose sides, I'm on Bella's side. Sorry, Maddie, you're just too much shit. That has been proven with you.
You're an immature, Maddie, you are an immature little child that is stuck in a woman's body. You need to grow the fuck up and start dating people that are your fucking age.
Yeah.
But Bella's side. Period.
Blood. Yeah. But like, no, that's fucking hilarious because like there's a mention, like, yeah, Bella mentioned that she was going through a spiral. Also, Bella owns a fucking gun. Not surprising, we're in America. But like, obviously, like, fucking Bella mentioned in her YouTube video that after they broke up, she had to hand her gun to her dad. And like, friggin', it's a lot. And like,
Can we like notice the fact that she was that much in love that she had to hand a fucking gun to her dad so she wouldn't kill herself? Or
hey,
That is not helpful.
oh yeah,
Like, even
but like,
interesting.
and also for those of you confused about this whole thing because you have no clue who Maddie is and you have no clue who Bella is, they're both content creators. They and they made some questionable decisions in their life, as you're hearing now.
yeah.
But before any of this, let's rewind the clock back to frickin' 2020. Would we? Let's talk about Bella. And back in 2020, before all this controversy, Bella had her own controversy. She made a video and she made a joke. She said, "Hey, if you ever see a service dog without their owner, follow them because the owner would be in danger." And then she made a joke about stealing their wallet. She made a joke. And friggin', yeah, that aged poorly.
Joke to do.
That aged poorly because there was several people who responded asking her to take the video down and shit because their friends and families own service dogs and shit, and like they were like saying stuff. But there was this like specifically this one woman who was like, "Hey, Bella, I don't like this. Take it down, please. My daughter has a service dog and whatever." And like she goes on for a while. I don't know the entire wording. And then Bella puts a comment in her comment section that just reads, "Ha ha, no."
Also, she did also put another comment saying, "My girlfriend has a service dog." So
Yeah, there's that too. My girlfriend has a service dog. There's also that one. So what? Exactly. Also, can we talk about when she was 17? A lot of people like to point at this on the fact that when she was 17, she used a slur. That slur was the N-word with a hard R.
Yeah,
Like,
racial
like
slur.
it wasn't. Well, it wasn't real. It was like 17. Yeah, it was like 16, 17. I think Bella said she was 16, but then people did the math and like we're like, no, you were actually 17. But anyways, but it was like 16 or 17. But Bella was talking to somebody and then like she called them a N-word, hard R, lover. Yeah.
I heard about all that too.
That's pretty
And
okay.
yeah. And there's like a whole list of shit. Like they people have proven that she steals content, like word for word. She steals other people's content.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
Yeah. Like her first ever YouTube video is word for word a Reddit post.
I think I saw a video on that.
Yeah. And like friggin' there's an entire list of Bella's old controversies and like friggin' and like in like the most recent one with Maddie, they're like, can people they're like people love to talk about shit you did as a minor and not and they don't want to talk about the people actually being with minors.
Why is it that we cancel people for what they said as teenagers, but not like try to hold accountable the people that are getting with teenagers? Last question.
That's valid.
Yeah. Yeah. Friggin'. It's kind of hilarious. Like, yeah, like, they both did questionable shit, as you can hear clearly now, but like, for him, I mean, come on, you can do better, both of you. Like, Maddie, Bella, if you're listening to this is a message to both of you. Be better people, please, for the love of God.
Seriously, it's not that difficult to be a better person.
Exactly. It is not that difficult to be a better person. Like, come on.
Get your fucking lives together and stop dealing with like blah, blah, blah. Stop dealing with this like a fucking immature third grader.
Yeah, stop dealing with this like a third grader. Like, come on. You're both adults. Come on now. Act like it. Act like an adult. You're both adults. Come on.
Unfortunately,
Like,
a lot of adults also act like toddlers.
Yeah, but
yeah. I mean, someone like, yeah. I mean, fucking this one person. I bumped into a stranger right at a grocery store, and I'm not gonna lie. I buy Dino Nuggies. They're fucking delicious. Leave me alone.
Dino
But
Nuggies are
anyway,
delicious.
yeah. But anyways, I bumped into an adult while I was buying Dino Nuggies, right? And at first I thought this person was going to say something about it. It was like, "You're a fucking adult. Why are you buying Dino Nuggies?" Something like that. And then they just look at me and then they go and they actually agree with my choice of Dino Nuggies, of buying Dino Nuggies, and they go, growing old is optional, growing up isn't.
You can be
That
physically and mentally mature while also being childish, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And like I wish people will understand this. I wish more people would understand that. Also, common sense, people. Common sense.
Unfortunately, that is in short supply.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that is really is in short supply. Common sense is in short supply. But if you know what common sense is, use it, please. And if you don't know what common sense is, learn common sense.
paying at it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, common sense may only be a thing that you are born with.
Oh yeah, it maybe it is. Maybe you can't learn common sense. Maybe you're born with it or you're not. Yeah, you could be right on that one. Like maybe you're just born with it. Who knows? Like freaking at least Yeah. At least Bella's more more mature than Maddie is with the situation at hand. Like she mentioned how her old ex about suicide and shit to Maddie. She probably shouldn't have sent them, but she also mentioned how it was this like whole medical thing uh, that is going on that you can't really control, and it happens when you're in like a really bad depression because of a breakup. I just forget the name of it.
I can understand that, but not messaging minors.
Yeah,
That's a choice, not a medical condition.
exactly. Messaging minors is a choice, not a mental condition. And like friggin' like Bella in her video, she mentioned like, oh yeah, she knew that Maddie had Miner's number, like Miners had Maddie's number, and then she goes on to say, you can have a regular ass conversation with a minor, but in this case, Maddie should probably not be within 500 yards of a school, but hey.
Did his mom actually work at a school? Like, or their mom, Maddie's mom? Yeah.
I have no clue. I don't know. She might. I don't know. But yeah, friggin' talking to minors in a sexual way is a choice, not a mental condition. Understand that. But yeah. Any comments? Any one of you? Do you have anything? Any comments?
Not at the moment.
Yeah.
I think we've
But
gone over
like, friggin'.
Everything I need to get off my chest.
I'm kind of running in circles here a little
just
bit.
slightly.
But like, yeah, and she kind of everything I wanted to say. We've introduced ourselves, we said our piece, and yeah, I think that's going to be it for this episode, and we'll talk about more topics in the later episodes. Also,
We'll
check
see you
out
on the next episode.
Yeah, we'll see you in the next episode. Also, check out our D&D podcast, The Adventures Journal. Link on YouTube. Link in the description. Yeah, on YouTube, link in the description. On Spotify, I don't think I could put links, so no links, but in the description we'll put the name. Yeah, in the description we'll put the name. That's about it. Yeah, feel free to leave comments on your thoughts. Also, this isn't going to hit YouTube for a while, and but yeah.